was a lathe turner turning brass tube.
Here in the sunshine, fish out the woods compared to what people do in the I know the gyms
Escaping. Sound the alarm. Oh yeah. Thank you. Cheers.
Not here to enjoy yourself. You can go through either door. There's loads of stuff around the back as well. You just haven't got to follow everybody like lambs to the slaughter. Around the back as well. So you've got.
That doesn't matter. Look for a chap called Bridgend. I don't know. Okay.
One of the generals, is he? Looks like.
Yeah, find one of the good ones. I mean, that's one I just find on Bridgend or something like that.
That's when he showed you on the thingy-bob. And him as well, wasn't he?
That's Von Kleist. He was a bit general.
It's probably in German. Those now, is it?
I don't know what they are.
And that's called Tiebreaker, and that weighs.
So what's this all about?
You've got clever
typewriter for what kind of? Yeah, well, as the offices have been knocked down, we've just put.
This is our pencil sharpener, isn't it?
That's a pencil sharpener, yeah. And then they have the escape.
One of these goes through and works.
It's very fragile.
Yeah, to be honest,
They ought to just fold it.
then it was the other stuff all. But of course, the joke that's a Tiebreaker. Imagine dropping that from 2,000 feet and hitting your roof.
Just like our.
It's going to have a lot of impact behind the Nuttall carrier and the grab would have all been part and parcel of what you'd have used to deal with them.
But then we train everybody.
Burning rates and go with water to do that very eventually serve burning rates. The blanket that would be doused in. But this one, because it's painted red, is actually for ARP. So it's being used in the offices or service area.
Yeah.
It's called GG brand. Prisoners themselves here would have been.
Yeah, well, that must have brilliant memory.
Right, ideal for sitting.
Go in somewhere to see something memorabilia.
Yeah, so I'm up straight. I left for a few minutes. It's about a year ago. Did you want to get past? You know that like she's sending upstairs,
We should do when we go up there, we see our cousins, you should like frog march him out. Throw me out, yeah. That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
To sort of say, oh, you know, what's happening at home, but they couldn't say that. So they'd say, how's mother, for example, and that'd be what's going on in Berlin.
Yeah.
You'd also wine and dine the officers, and the more the wine flowed, the looser the time got.
You showed them the German spiders coming in to try to do a second
I'll
wave.
check to see if it's got hobby boots on in a moment. I thought it was a hip flask.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
what you
that.
think.
Yeah, it does look
looks like it, yeah.
But if you open the bottom, you put in one of those really big oval batteries,
Yeah.
and it's a torch.
Oh, just
So the air wave ones with Hampton, you've
Yeah,
got a big chunk of
well,
glass there.
it's called ball nose, that. Ball nose.
Ball nose, yeah, that's it.
That'll give you some reflection.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Right,
Great
very
things to
good.
ask.
See some bits.
Lovely, enjoy your day.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, the distribution. This is the full size. I mean, that's only a replica. So this isn't a replica.
Britain was quite war poor.
Exactly. 4 years of war crippled us.
Yeah.
Even the hood,
Which was a Britain or Yanks guide. You've got it.
so they weren't issued
and phrase books.
till about April 44. They were issued. One of those.
That's important.
And that were issued. They were living like the Yanks because they were well dressed.
Also because it was more novel to see a foreigner, wasn't
Yes,
it? Like,
we can. See.
So it's
Just hold their hand out and let them take it. And of course, honest people
got
would take the
fleeced.
right money. Other people would take.
for that.
Like World War II magazines, like this.
Oh, right, okay.
It looks to be like a little line of honeypots, that's one thing, and postcards and stuff.
Okay.
I might have to come out and have a look at the magazines.
Yes. Week, every guy came down. What was the titles? It was a wartime.
Got one's called Combined Operations.
So he had a whole stack, and of course everybody here, we were told to help.
Like a resin that I read about.
Takes out some Baragriff or some Welsh cakes or
Yeah.
or some bread pudding. I think I better do the same. Welcome. Have a good day. Good.
This display cabinet over there. The Germans took that to put the electricity wires at the top.
And of course,
By construction too, like sort of concrete.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with it, isn't it? It's breaking down, so it's not going to be forever.
Do you reckon it would take a long time to repair shoes back then, or make shoes?
Oh, they would have repaired them. Yeah, there would have been somebody on the camp because it was so huge. There would have been a cobbler back in Germany before the war, and they would have got them to repair. The like the guards' boots, I get them like that very often after I've taken the rubbish soles off, and then they end up like that. They're really well made. And if you look at this is all nails.
Yeah. So you wouldn't get that today in shoes then, you would say?
No, these I think they're 1943, these. But they were well made. Most army boots were made in Northampton. Various manufacturers made them. There'd be people making them. Most of it was handmade. The uppers were made, and then the uppers were fitted onto the sole. Senior officers would have had a room to themselves. The officers that escaped, they may have been, because they were junior officers, lieutenants and stuff. They would have shared a room like this. There'd have been 2 bunks.
Did you travel
You know
yourself?
about these? Yeah,
No.
I came from Bournemouth.
Oh.
So that snaps into 2, right?
Oh.
So that
Like dog tags type, are they?
yes. So that when someone dies, you take the half to the records thing to say, look, this is the thing to show the fella's died, and the other half stays on the body that gets buried. Yes.
Women workers for an ammunition factory.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what
I
it
think-
was built for.
I think the camp was built originally for the factory.
Hiya, Han.
Hiya.
Hello, Sue, what are you offering now?
Wedding cake.
Like somebody got married.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe it needs
You got married then?
coffee. We renewed our wedding vows.
Are you keeping these or
Was anyone else having anything? You already had. Do you want?
Do you want me to leave room for milk?
No, I'm gonna.
You can always give yourself away with those noise of the shoes.
Yeah. Just don't tell the guards.
Thank you.
Come back finally.
So, very thankful. Right, yeah.
officers area here, yeah, and then you've got the rates are down that end. So where we are based here as Royal Naval Commandos, we form the beachhead for the landing the troops onto the beaches and the casualties off. So there's a lot of planning involved with what time vessels are coming in, and obviously going to be at high tide. So at high tide we are taking the troops off, the equipment off, rations, ammunition, everything off, and then before the tide goes out, any casualties or anything that's going back goes back on, and we're out. At low tide we're mine sweeping, making sure it's clear and there's no obstacles for when the next tide comes in. We're also managing the beach, aircraft attacks, keeping those off, and probing back in.
Very authentic.
Someone else is doing doesn't feel. I went down to the encampment.
Spent a fortnight training in Germany, got 2 slept on top.
Halfway down the coast.
What do you want to do? Coffee?
Some indication of the solid practical ground on which we base many people to carry on them, and that the communities far be civilization, and you feel are all upon duty alone. That was one blow off, everything was we are now called upon to endure what they have been suffering, we shall emulate their
It's 5 nowadays, but them days.
Great. Good start, well done. You passed or can't line.
I see. Patrolling it all.
But they were special carriers. Try and get a foster grenade as well. They were issued to home guards. I only do civil defence, home front, and I haven't taken stuff from December, but I'm thinking because I've got a top 3 landlord. Oh, right. They
That was full, so you managed to get
stuff. Because I went to a lot of uniforms.
Once it starts rolling, it doesn't start.
Feel? That's why I didn't see it.
I came round and had a walk round on my own the last time we were here. You don't know what you're looking for, do you?
Sorry?
There's Jason putting his clay balls on the top. That was how the Germans disposed of the tunnel refuge. They would make clay balls and drop them through a vent into the false storage cupboard, basically was what it was. But it was only until the 1980s the false wall fell down and literally the whole building was full of clay balls.
Are those the original ones?
Look into the void.
They were we've got original ones in a display case in there.
I was going to say somebody be having one of them, wouldn't they?
Happy face now, yeah.
There's somebody still in there.
What you see down there is the floor of the tunnel.
Oh.
And if you come around this side, you'll see it's been cut away at the roof height of the tunnel.
Wow.
So what I'm making up at the moment is a periscope that'll sit on here with a light on it. It'll shine up the tunnel, illuminate it, but you could look through the periscope here and look up the tunnel. But that is the actual floor level of the tunnel.
Wow, do you know, just looking at that I feel a bit claustrophobic. You have to be very skinny to get in there, don't you?
The tunnel,
Yeah.
the tunnel itself was 20 inches wide by 26 inches high.
How did you get in there?
Good heavens above.
How
awful
basically,
would that
I
be
was
if you were
stuck
a
on a
bigger
sled
person,
and
wouldn't
pulled
it?
through.
Not nice at all.
I was like a rifle pull through.
I couldn't do it.
No.
What you'll see over here, there were no high fences. So what you see there is the original boundary line for when this was the Royal Ordnance Factory. Now inside of here, when it was taken over as a P.o.W. camp, none of these trees were here. It was just open into the field. Well, there were a 3-sectioned fence put in where you're standing now. But because of the locality of that hut, all they had to dig was from that room. And you see just on the other side, that tump by there, you see on the top of it, there's 2 big stones. Those stones covered the exit point of where they come out.
Way to go.
Because during the day of March 10th, 45, the farmer in that field there was ploughing with his tractor. Remembering that was the exit point, and the farmer noticed that all of the windows here was full of German soldiers, and they were watching him driving his tractor. The farmer thought, oh, they're watching, see how straight my furrows are, and but no, they were scared to death that he was going to drive his tractor down the tunnel.
Of course,
You can't go in this shower block.
The shower block there, at the moment, there's bats in there, so...
and that's what's keeping it as it is.
Right.
But
The conservation thing.
it took them 7 weeks to dig the tunnel and to escape.
Not long, really, is
It's not long at all, is it?
Because if you notice across the back of the field, there's a large oak tree. That was the meeting point.
Oh, okay.
And they escaped in groups of 3. You had 1 army, 1 navy, 1 air force in the group. Solely for the reason this whole area was basically one big RAF camp. Stormy Down, St Athan, Roos, the whole lot was RAF. So within the group you had a Luftwaffe pilot. So if they could manage to steal a plane, they had somebody to fly it. With it being on the coast, Kriegsmarine, the Navy, that's his job.
They were very inventive, weren't they?
You know?
Really.
So if they found a boat, the Kriegsmarine would step in and they'd man the boat. And then you also had the army, where if they headed inland, the army were taught to live off the land. So no matter what happened, the 3 could group together
Good unit, isn't it?
and become a practical unit. You know?
Inventive.
It's clever, isn't it?
Yeah,
Hang on, I'm going to return these.
You better give him his balls back.
But it's definitely still there, still standing, look.
Yep.
The tree